Ready for battle.
Let me take a look here. So, chat, we did have a VoD review claim by the Guava Goose. Guava Goose obviously has to rank in here. I'm not gonna say the rank. We'll keep it a secret until the very end. Anyhow, for those who are just joining us and don't know what's going on, we have a channel point reward that for 100k points, you can claim a public coaching. Basically, I'm going to coach this player regardless of what rank they are or whatever role they play, but basically I tell them what they do wrong and I tell them what they can improve, and I also give them different outs. Outs being I give them alternatives to how they can play the game better. Basically positioning, cooldown usage, team compositions, and then when to go aggro, when to play further back, and yada yada. But also, they put a little comment onto their VoD review, and basically this person says, started playing support for the first time recently. I'm looking for general tips on improvement. I'm more used to DPS, so I often find myself struggling to find a good balance between healing and dealing damage. The supports I play are Kiriko, Anna, and Zenyatta. Ah, okay, so you're a beta cuck. Got it. Fair enough. We'll take a look. Let's see. Do you have the same name? You never mentioned what your name was. Are you Gooch Smooch? You're not, are you? Who? Tempest. Okay, that helps. That helps. Perfect. Seren404, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a ton. Thank you. Anyways, chat, we're going to be doing this right now. This is going to be great. Also, can you guys stop subbing? Chat, I literally said we weren't going to sub today, and you're literally at 23 subs. Like, you're literally almost halfway to doing the sub goal. I said no subs today because it's going to be a short stream. Why are you guys never listen to me? Why do you always go against everything I wish for? What's going on here? Seren, thank you so much for the 4 months. Appreciate that. Chat, we said no subs today. Literally no. No. Stop. No, I said no subs, not gift. No, not prime, not sub yourselves. I said none. It's because today's a short stream. You motherfuckers, man.
If we do this right, they won't even know what happened.
Cargary, thanks so much for gifting a sub to Mabuto, I think. Okay, well. I'm fucking over it, chat. I'm over it. I'm over it, dude. Suck my wiener and my left tit. Nightwing, thanks so much for gifting us up to dislike Lena, but also go fuck yourself, respectfully.
Greetings.
All right, let's take a look. Team compositions. But yeah, we should probably go through that actually.
2, 1.
We have in the enemy team, it's a Bastion, Anna, Mercy, Widow, Ryan. In your team, we have Orisa, Echo, Sojourn, Kiriko, and Baptiste. Honestly, I do think that you have the better comp. It's going to come down to how effective the enemy Widow is, but right now, as it stands, I feel like you guys have the stronger comp. It's going to be tough, but basically what you need to do is you're going to have to bait out the Bastion sentry form in top left and then make a move. But we'll see how this one goes. Short streams deserves praise too.
No! No, they don't! No subbies! That was the last one! I'm fucking ready!
Repositioning. Sniper, don't get shot.
Careful taking duels like this with the Widow. Yeah, you gotta be careful. So, one of the few things I think a lot of people do mistake. This is a small one, but like, we have to put it in perspective, right? So when I give people tips, when I do VoD reviews, I try and prepare them for what's to come, right? Now, I know your rank. Chat doesn't, because chat's fucking stupid. No, but the reality of the situation is, if I was the enemy Widow there, you're dead 3 times over. You see what I'm saying? Just because it works in this rank doesn't mean that it's going to work when you move up. So when I try and give tips, I don't focus on you being the best at your rank. I'm trying to make you a better player overall. So in this particular case, it's okay to peek once and see what's going on. It's okay to throw a kunai or 2. That's completely fine. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is that we do the same peek 3 times. That's when it gets a little bit risky. I'm okay with you doing this once. I'm maybe okay with you doing it twice, but you need to find a different angle on the 3rd attempt. Doing this 3 times over, you're literally just lucky that the enemy Widow just doesn't have decent aim. But I can tell you straight away, once you start climbing these ranks, you're going to get mega punished for plays like this. So we need to be a little bit smarter in how we take these angles. Like, try and find a different angle. Like, I always try and tell people when they play Kiriko, when they take duels like this, is that try and consistently find different ways to reach your target's head hitbox, right? And by going from the same angle over and over and over and over again, we become telegraphed, right? And when we become telegraphed, we become an easy target. We never want to be an easy target. Oh. Okay. Good pressure. Can kill the Ana here for free. Yep. Alright. Not bad, not bad. A little bit better. The third was an accident.
I don't fucking care! Fucking listen to me!
Hold on, chat.
A
I gotta take my shirt off.
Escort
Give me
the
1 second.
payload.
I gotta take my shirt off, chat. Sorry. No, I'm not fishing for subs. Shut the fuck up. I'm just very hot. Just gonna fucking, I can't. I'm fucking stuck, dude. I'm trying to take my fucking hoodie off. What the fuck, man? Okay, that took way more effort. Fucking hell, dude. Oh, holy shit. All right, and resume. Before we continue, if you guys get ads, let me know so I can pause. Thank you.
The breeze brings relief. Enemy My ultimate is almost ready. Let the Kitsune guide you.
Good ultimate.
Help me move the payload. Shouldn't have put your head there.
So, once you use the ultimate here, let me give you a little pro tip. I feel like a lot of people don't utilize this, but they need to do this more often because this spot is broken. When you use your ultimate here, I like the positioning of it. I like the way you engaged. You didn't really do it as a reactionary ult. Instead, you did it as an engagement. And I'm completely fine with this. I'm okay with this. However, when we do this, regardless of the situation, what I'd like you to do instead is that, what is the one thing, chat, that we always want to try and abuse when we play characters that have incredible headshot damage? What do we do, chat? What are we always striving to find? We're trying to find high ground, aren't we? It's always high ground. High ground is king, right? And we repeat this over and over again. And, well, what do you know? This spot right here, incredible. Even better on defense, but also good on offense. You can actually climb up here, and you're completely protected as long as you crouch. And then you can literally use crouch spam and then throw kunais every single time that you let the go button go. This spot is particularly good because not only do you have complete field of view of where the Ana is, where the Mercy is, where the Rhine, where the Bastion is. You can see literally everything and everyone, but on top of that, you can also heal your team. And the only one who's going to do any substantial damage to you here is probably the Bastion. But is the Bastion really going to take a duel with you when you have headshot hitbox like Radius right here? No, he's not. So this location right here, you drop the Kitsune. Fuck your fucking fox, by the way, furry, disgusting creature. When you drop your fox, whatever, jumping up here is something that I always do. When I play characters that can abuse this, I always go up here. Play Widow, play Hanzo, it don't matter what I do. If I can take this high ground location, I take it every single time, right? You become a threat up here, and they have to deal with you. And if they don't deal with you, then they're just going to get chipped down and die. So instead of playing all the way up here in personal, because the reality is, you don't know if this Rhine has ult or not. If he does, you're fucked. Not only you, but your Echo and your Orisa and your other support as well. So just because our teammates are making a bad play doesn't necessarily mean that we have to make a bad play, right? And if you play up here and your team does get shattered, you also have an incredible overview to susu them from a shatter. So I just want to point out how important this is, and this goes for everyone in chat as well. If you're playing a character that can abuse this type of high ground, you should always try and utilize this. Don't overstay your welcome, but you know, for what it's worth, this location is insane.
Oh, I feel warm inside.
Go fuck yourself, Kiriko. No one asked. Who asked?
Let's get the payload going.
Good, so teleport. Another thing I want to point out, right? Your Orisa kind of fed here. That's not your fault. That's a... What the fuck? Your Orisa is kind of fault here for feeding. She should play a little bit safer. But in a perfect world, this high ground positioning right here, absolutely fucking disgusting. You see them before they see you, and you can actually utilize, once again, your projectiles for your massive advantage. In this particular case, the reason why I love taking this high ground position right here at this particular moment is that if your Orisa stays alive... God damn it, dude. You're breaking...
Q, I love you, iddqd.
Chat, no more fucking subs, alright? I'm dead serious. It's a short stream, I don't want anything. I love you, save it for tomorrow, or else I go fucking crazy! Fucking crazy! This should not be happening. Anyways, the point I was trying to make is that in a situation like this, they are on the clock, they have to touch the payload, you're at ease. They are the ones who have to engage, they're the ones who have to stop the payload, right? So, how do we utilize this moment for a perfect opportunity to actually do some decent damage? Well, if you take a high ground position here, no one's going to be able to stop you, right? And even if they do focus you, in the offset that they do, they're not focusing on what's going on the payload, right? So this is something I want to point out for everyone in chat and everyone who wants to try and get a little bit better and smarter when it comes to like game knowledge in general, is that when you're this close of pushing the payload in, it is okay to take a very high groundy, aggressive position to take their eyes away. Even better, if you can get two of them looking at you, it's a win. A 1v2 trade is always going to be favorable, especially when the payload is about to go in. Because the pressure is on them, not you. So if you use that, then you'll get way more results on average, because they will make mistakes. That's bound to happen, right? It's unfortunate that your Orisa kind of fed, and it's even more unfortunate that your Sojourn got clipped by the Bastion in this case. But I still want to point out how important it is to utilize an aggressive position in a case like this, where you're about to push in the payload, the pressure is on them, they have to make a move, they're the ones who have to touch the payload, right? So for you to be playing up here probably causes a lot of chaos and confusion. So again, just want to point that out. It's a small minor thing, but a thing nonetheless. Why the fuck did you Baptiste just ult? Well, that's a waste.
I'm here.
Oh, we got out. 6 HP.
Be healed.
Yeah, I don't agree with that Baptiste ult. I'm gonna keep it a $150 with you, Chief. Wait, hold on, chat. Before we continue, do you guys like these tips, like the ones that aren't really warranted, but kind of helps you guys understand a little bit better when it comes to like positioning, timing, and stuff like that? Do you guys actually prefer that? Like, does that help you guys in any way? Like, 'cause if that's just annoying, I can shut the fuck up. Yes, it is very much. Okay, fair enough. I just want to double check. What the fuck just happened? Oh, that was close. Did your mouse die? My internet cut out? Got it. I know that feeling all too well. Oh, nice. Okay.
Feels like sewing, huh? Under my protection.
Oh. Okay. Not really keen on the Symmetra pick against what they're playing, but maybe they can make it work.
Appreciate it. Carried on the wind.
Also, chat, I want you guys to pay attention to Tempa's teammate's name here. Temp, you want to take a look at the Reaper's name real quick? Okay, your team is feeding you a little bit right now. It's tough to make a judgment call here. Your team is staggering a lot.
I learned from that. Komorebi no gotoku.
Okay, Diva is a better pick, I would say.
Let the kitsune
Well, we're suffering as he have. Everyone press Q at the same time.
60 seconds remaining.
Everyone just press Q and we're all suffering.
Hey.
I'm stretching, sorry, chat. Okay, decent teleport. I mean, everyone used ultimate there, so.
We don't have much time.
Okay, nice. Oh, he listened! He listened! Everyone's just taking so much spam. Oh, a little bit of aggression. Okay, nice blink.
The breeze brings relief.
Next time. It's go time. That's one.
Okay, it's good.
Fire.
It's good that you you know when to stop doing damage and try and keep your DPS alive. It's good. It's a very difficult balance to master, but you think you're doing just fine on it.
Let's get the payload going. Thanks for the boost. My ultimate is ready. Join me.
It's good that you didn't use Susu there because, you know, we're suffering. I think I waste my cleanse too much. I'm paying attention to it.
The kitsune is ready to be unleashed.
You're definitely hot-headed with it, but this is something I've said before, and like a lot of Kirikos that I've reviewed in general, they tend to hold it for too long, right? You are definitely a bit hot when it comes to using it. You're kind of using it off cooldown. The one thing that I would like to make a point here is that if you, I guess this goes for everyone in chat also, but there is a fine balance of when you want to use it, how often you want to use it. There's definitely sometimes where you can use it too little, and there's sometimes where you can use it too much. The one drawback that happens when you're constantly using it off cooldown is that you're kind of stopping yourself from allowing yourself to do an outplay. Oh, chat, we got ads. I see the ads. I see them. This is educational content, so I'm just going to chonk and play a banger while I wait for the ads to end. And chat, you let me know when it's free to come out. Anyways, for those who were missing, chat, there is a fine line between using Susu too much and using Susu too little. The number one issue is that if you're using Susu off cooldown, right, you just don't have enough Sasa, you know? No, I'm just kidding. But no, if you use Susu off cooldown all the time, you're not allowing yourself to create outplays, right? You're not really allowing yourself to have these moments where they can actually clutch a fight up, right? That's the main issue. So if you're always using it of cooldown, yeah, sure, you might save, a teammate or two every once in a while, but you're prohibiting yourself from actually creating, sort of, I guess an outplay is what I'm trying to get at. So there's never going to be any room for you to make a decent play with Susu because you're constantly using it, right? You don't get to think, you don't get to set it up, you don't, that kind of thing. But I am paying attention to it right now. You're a little bit hot on it for sure, but I don't know, man. It's a fine line. I've said this a million times. I would rather someone use something too much than too little. Also, it's tax season, so chat, you better pay up. It's time to pay your taxes, chat. It's been 2 weeks. Pay accordingly. Nice. How are you alive? Like, how are you alive right now? Oh. Oh. No fucking way, dude. That is poggers. God damn. How are you alive, though?
Let's get on with it.
Motherfuckers went invis.
Not so fast.
I respect that. That was a nice play. Now, I want to mention the obvious again. We haven't really been doing this game because obviously it's foreign to you right now. But this entire situation is a similar one as before. I'll give you 2 tips, right? One that is basically invaluable, right? It's one of the spots that I've been using since 2016, and people don't use that spot enough. And some in chat will go, I know that. But we're in the similar situation here again. The pressure is on the enemy team. Right? The pressure is on them. They have to make a play. If they don't make a play, they lose this point. You push it in and boom. Right? So in this particular case, I'd rather your tank spend the time on standing on the payload, and I would rather you take an off angle. Like an angle like this is more than enough, right? If you have room to get to a place or high ground like this, I would rather you do this, right? And the reason why is because you have a better view of what's going on, and you also have a better view where the enemy team is versus where your team is, and you can kind of make a decision upon that. I would rather you take a high ground position because people need to stop underestimating how important and how vital it is to have a high ground position like this, right? And this is something that you're going to have to start utilizing a lot. As you start to climb in ranks, people in the enemy team get smarter and they become slightly more aware. And the way to sort of, solidify to win these fights pretty easily is by, having better positioning. A lot of people seem to be under the misconception that this game is all about aim or something like that. Aim is like 30%. I've always said this before. I think positioning is 50% of this game. 30% goes to aim, 20% is game knowledge. I think literally having good positioning will win your game single-handedly. However, I am going to give you a little trick. There's a position where you can get up here. You climb up here, right? And then you lean to the left and you can stand on this metal bar right here. And you're basically invisible. And if you're if you're very smart with how you do it, you can wait for a support to walk out and you can just dink them twice in the head because they're never going to know that you're standing up here. And then once you get that kill, you can teleport to safety. I can show you guys later. Just remind me, okay? Chat, remind me and I'll show you the location. Okay, not bad, not bad. That triple kill would actually make you win the point. That's incredible. Nice. Nice.
Score
That is an easy clap and a half, chat room. An easy clap and a half. Beautiful gameplay. Intermission music, chat. Intermission. Intermission. For the power of my life.
I'll find my own path.
Hey, who took my nano cola?
That stuff's no good for you. Have some water instead.
You just wanted to drink it yourself.
Maybe.
Konnichiwa. If we do this right,
What did you say? I wish Hanzo would just grab Cole's ass cheeks and kiss him already. IDD Bongo.
5, 4,
All right. Well, I mean,
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Immobilizing.
yeah, I don't know. I don't have a comment. I'm just gonna refrain from saying anything at all. All right, let's pay attention a little bit to your positioning here.
washed away.
What is your diva doing?
Soothing your wounds.
What on earth is your diva doing? Well, this fight is over. Yeah. Everyone's shipping Hanzo and Cole, but what about Sigma and Winston?
You're all good.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
What's the name of that song? Electric Cowboy
That was
Pump It.
interesting.
That makes you a furry? Yeah, then so be it. Gig clap furry. It is what it is. Listen, I play Overwatch for 8 hours every single fucking day, alright? Any dignity I had left is literally thrown out the window. I might as well be a furry at this point. Might as well be a fucking furry. Who cares? Nice. Okay. Healing your teammate, Colossal Cock. Nice, sister. I'm happy that you're not jumping against this scan in general. Oh, well, you got out-widowed. Unlucky. Chat, do me a favor. Can we get a gay clap in the chat? Just from everyone. Thank you.
What's up?
Better widow unlucky. This fucking character gives me heartburn. Fucking character, dude.
Let them up. Tap your visor.
Okay. Nice. Nice target priority. Very, very good target priority. Nice headshot. They have 5 minutes on this fucking point. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, Tempest aim is good. Not bad. I mean, he is a goose after all.
We've got this.
I wanna feel you day and night. The work of my delight. I wanna power up my life. I wanna bump it better. Oh my god, he's leading us on a goose chase. Get it, chat? Because his name is Goose. Nice kill. Again, good target priority.
I'm here.
Hold on, chat. I gotta take care of a racist chatter who's trying to bypass the filter. Hey, dipshit. Suck my fat fucking schlong. You absolute fucking degenerate. There you go. Sorry, chat. Had to take the trash out.
The spring flows anew. Draw strength from nature.
Okay, I don't mind the Reaper pick here. Might work out. Was the message blocked? He was trying to bypass the bot, yeah. But he got caught.
The breeze brings relief.
Good high ground position, I like this.
Cleanse.
So, small thing. Very, very small thing here. You could have teleported to your teammate here right at the end of the circle. It actually gives you a slight invulnerability frame and it allows you to walk out of the ultimate. We could have done that and then got out of the circle and then we could have Kitsune the point if we wanted to. A lot of people tend to forget, but she does have invulnerability frames on her teleport. So even if you can't Susu, you can actually teleport to the furthest teammate outside or close to getting out of the circle, and you can just walk out. It's like the smallest thing, but it resets your freezing stack, so you actually allow yourself to get out, right? So it's a small little thing. I was looking to TP out, but everyone's inside. I forgot I was invulnerable for a second. Yeah, but you can still abuse the teleport for the sake of invulnerability frames, you know? Oh god, I got a fart. Hold on. Actually, I don't trust my own butthole right now. I had chicken tendies earlier. I do not trust my butthole. I'm just gonna save it. Would Kitsune helped? It's more so that I would have liked him to reset his freezing stacks with the teleport and then get out of the circle. Would Kitsune helped? No, I don't think it would have. You would have got caught by the freeze anyways. So in this case, best case scenario is actually that you invulnerability frames teleport yourself to any teammate and then you walk out of the circle and then you kind of take a gander and see what's going on. But no, Kitsune wouldn't have helped. Because we have Kitsune now instead, which is way better. Okay. Halfway, about 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go, so we're holding pretty well. Are we gonna do DPS coaching? I want to hear some tips, bro. It's all up to the viewers. It's the viewers' discretion. They are the ones who choose what gets VoD reviewed and what doesn't. It's a channel point reward. Very, very small thing, but I'm going to point it out nonetheless. If you teleported to your Bastion there, even mid-air, you could have hit him with the Susu because his hitbox is so large, so when you TP to him, you kind of end up in his face. So if you really, really felt like you wanted to save the Bastion there, teleporting and then Susuing mid-air is actually the way to go. Instead of trying to snipe it like this. Sniping, yeah, sure, it works like maybe, and I'm being kind here, maybe twice out of 10 times. Right? Let's be honest. That's me being generous as well. So if you really, really wanted to save someone there, that's the way to go about it.
Be purified.
Team kill.
Purified? Who the fuck asked? Shut the fuck up.
Time to try again.
Not a bad round. Not a bad round. All things considered, they had 5 minutes and like 20 seconds when they were on the third point. You held it to 2 minutes. Yeah. I will say this though, chat. If you're looking for DPS VoD reviews, we have collected single-handedly the best VoD review out of every single rank from bronze all the way to masters, and it's up on the YouTube right now. The best ones. So if you want to see more DPS tips and people getting coached and VoD review just like this, we've taken every single rank, the best VoD review that we did. All you need to do is exclamation mark video, and it's right there. Up for anyone to watch.
Chat, do exclamation mark video in the chat. Click the link, like and subscribe, and drop a comment right now. I'm gonna be fucking waiting.
If we do this right,
Do it right now.
they won't even know what happened.
Okay, so 2 minutes and 4 seconds on defense. It didn't go well last time, but we'll see how it goes this time.
Find your strength. We are soon to need it.
Do VoD reviews stay relevant even as the meta change? Yes, they do, because I'm focusing on the individual play, which is something that you can apply to basically any hero in the game. The majority of tips that I give is mostly focused on cooldown usage and positioning, because I feel like positioning is something that a lot of people lack in this game, and I think that is something that you can apply to most things in the game.
Bad guys.
My gift to you.
Gift a sub?
No! No gifties!
Oh, yeah, she's dead. No, Colossal Cock died.
Like a gentle rain.
He ended up getting flaccid.
I'm with you.
And Arisa's dead. Oh, tough. Okay, that's tough. Okay. So, a couple things. One, you have good aim. You have very sharp aim. Even in the midst of like a big battle, your aim is still pretty crisp. That's a very good thing. I feel like a lot of Kiriko players in your rank lacks that, so you already have that thing down. Now, I want to talk about the most important thing, which is your positioning. Okay? Your positioning needs a lot of work, especially in high-stakes situations. You need to understand that when we're playing offense, it is okay to take a unfavorable position in the case of them having to touch the payload, right? I cannot tell you enough how many times I've single-handedly won fights where I just take an incredible aggressive off angle and I'm just pressuring them, moving to the payload to stop it from happening, right? So that is something I want to see more from you. When the pressure is on the enemy team to make a move, and all you need to do is just play it safe and smart, it is completely fine to try and find high ground and set yourself up for just a fatty fucking ult, or for any case, try and get some extra kills. That is something that was very much lacked on all 3 points, in my opinion. Like, for example, we did get a pretty fucking incredible triple kill on the, was it third point? And that's the only reason why your team was still in it. I don't know how you survived, but what I will say is that I think that what you need to start exploring a little bit more is playing to your strength. And right now, you're not playing to your strength. You have good aim, you're sharp with it, but you need to put yourself into a position more where you can utilize it, right? You need to try and abuse high ground. Like we talked about it on all 3 different points, right? Like even going for like small flanks. Like when there's a fight about to happen, third point is a great example of this, right? Like I can almost do this actually. Hold on, let me fucking get Numbani up and rolling here, and we'll talk about it. Hold on. Maps, none. Numbani, where is Numbani? Numbani is right there. All right, let's go through this together.
Traveling to Numbani.
Okay,
I'll
so
find my own path.
So there's a couple things. The number one thing that I see that is lacking from you right now is I think this is a great opportunity for me to showcase this, right? You have the payload right here. It's about to push in. The enemy team is coming in staggered, right? What you opt in to do is that this is what you're doing, right? You're standing right here. But why are we doing this when we can take the most brutal, disgusting angle right here instead? Now you're not giving the liberty for the enemy team to choose. Now it's on, right? You're already in arguably the best position out of your entire team. Now they have to walk through your line of sight the entire way to then touch the payload in the offset that they're hoping to win that fight. And where you're standing up here fucking free farming them, right? Now you have an angle on their supports playing a little bit further back. Oh, okay, they're shooting at you. Oh, okay. Safe. You see what I'm saying? Oh, okay, the fight is happening on the payload. Okay, perfect. Oh, they're shooting at me again. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And you can even go as far as doing something like this. If there's a big fight happening right here, the Ana is looking at you for whatever reason, you can just play from this angle. No one can stop you. Literally no one can stop you. So I want you to utilize that a little bit more. You need to look for high ground. And here's another thing. A big fight happens here, right? We win the fight, the payload is slowly aching its way up here. Why are you not going for something like this? Right? The fight hasn't even happened yet. Why are we not playing right here? Ana is staggered. She's coming out last. Right? Chuck some fucking kunas her way. Maybe we get a quick fucking single kill by 2 headshots. Boom. We already won the fight. 5v4. Because you have a teleport. So you can allow yourself to utilize positions where your aim can shine. Right now, you're not utilizing these positionings at all. Right? And this is something we talked about here as well. I mean, same problem, same thing, same history being repeated. They're staggered. They're coming out 1v1. They need to touch the payload. We're opting into play over here for whatever reason. But instead of doing that, why don't we just take this high ground position right here instead? I mean, yeah, you need to pay attention to that someone doesn't flank you from spawn, sure. But why are we not utilizing positions like this where your aim can shine? I'm just trying to, like, put it into your head that maybe in your head, it's okay to play further back and be passive and let your team do the talking. But if you have such incredible aim, then why don't you put yourself in a position where you can utilize it? So, kind of want to point that out. Now, chat. There you go. Boom. You're welcome. You can sit up here and hide. You win a fight, you come up here, you sit, and you wait. They're walking out. They're going to the payload. Oh, an Ana is coming out. Oh. And she's dead. You won the fight. Hopefully that makes sense. But as of right now, I think it's very, very important that you're trying to utilize positioning a little bit better. I want you to see more team fights being won. I want you to start thinking about where you should position yourself next. I want you to start positioning yourself in a way where you can utilize your good aim, because right now we're not. Right now, we're utilizing the aim in the midst of team fights, which is not really a thing I disagree with. But if we're going to do that anyways, we might as well take an off angle and play it a little bit more aggressively, because we have a teleport with invulnerability frames, right? So we might as well. Your ult usage, pretty fucking good. I have no qualms with that. I think you played that perfectly fine. Your healing versus kunai ratio, pretty fucking spot on. I have no complaints about that either. If there's something else I want to critique you on, just one more thing, is that yes, you did mention it. We are throwing our Susus out quite a bit. We're almost throwing them out on cooldown. We talked about this extensively. If we are going to be using it consistently every single time it comes off cooldown, we're not allowing ourselves to make a decent outplay, right? We're not allowing ourselves to make a decent play. Right? If we're constantly throwing it into the wind, then we're never going to allow ourselves to go for something incredible, such as like a high value Susu. Because if we're always happy with using it on one target, then by all means, like if that works for you, then yeah, sure. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're stupid for doing it, because you're not. But if you are using it like more often than not, and in this case we absolutely used it too much, then you're never going to have it up for a situation where you might actually find yourself needing it. So, you know, maybe that gives you a little bit of food for thought. Honestly, I think that's more than enough for you. I think the positioning thing is something that you really need to think of, because you can apply the same logic to almost every single map in the game. If we have such decent aim like we do, we need to play in a position where we can utilize it as well. And right now we're not. Right now we're kind of sitting back, you know, maybe we're getting a triple, but why leave that to chance when you can force it instead? So try and think about that a little bit more. There are like minuscule things that I think you can do slightly better, but you know, respectfully, I do think that in a case like this, if you focus on the positioning, you be a little bit more patient with your Susus, and you put yourself in a position a little bit more where you can, like, you know, kill stragglers coming out late, I wouldn't be surprised if you start ranking up pretty fucking quickly here. When I will tell chat what rank you are, they're not going to believe you. But I would not be surprised if you start climbing, if you just apply these small tips to your gameplay. I'd be very surprised if you don't start climbing. But yeah, utilize those tips, integrate that into your gameplay, and I would love to see a VOD from you in the future where you kind of utilize that more aggressive positioning a little bit more.